This video is brought to you by Squarespace. Today I'm venturing out to the family property. This is a place where I spent nearly 20 years of my life, and as time goes by I find myself getting more and more sentimental about this piece of land. Now it of course wouldn't be a proper photo outing if I didn't make some stops along the way. As I was driving through Purdy, I noticed a fog layer that was lingering over the bay and creating some really unique light. To top things off, there happened to be an older gentleman fly fishing right next to me, which made for a perfect subject to photograph. Pretty pumped on these images, as the fog layer acted as an all-natural pro mist filter and offered some results that aren't all that common.
Yeah, I will. I'll come over there afterwards. All right, good to see you.
One of the first sights you're greeted with out here is a beautiful pond with a beaver dam just down the way. It's a staple of the property and definitely warrants a photo.
The 43 mil for the Mamiya might have been the best option for this one, but I neglected to bring that setup with me today.
I know.
All right, don't look at the cameras, be cool. Of course, the first thing I see when I get out here is my grandpa and my cousin working on another project. Chainsaws are slinging, excavators are moving. One of the key elements to this property is the endless amount of projects there are. I mean, growing up, it's like every single day my grandpa was working on something new out here. So it's very fitting that this is the first thing I run into when I got out here on the property. I'm just loading up another roll of Portrait 400 now. I'm gonna try to get a couple of photos of my cousin and grandpa clearing out this lot that they're working on. This type of photography feels very documentary-esque, which I really enjoy. These aren't, what I would call beautiful photos. Over the years, I've kind of mostly gravitated towards landscape photography, trying to create beautiful images, which is fine. But it's images like these that aren't necessarily beautiful, but I think tell much more of a story. And that's kind of where I get that documentary type feeling from. Get a photo of you sitting in that, Grandpa? 3, 2, 1. Okay, got myself the old childhood home. Always wanted to get a photo of it from back through the woods a little bit. at this clearing.
Handed truth, black and white, took years to untie the bondage of those lies.
One of the aspects about living out here that I wouldn't come to fully appreciate until now is being surrounded by this level of nature. Sure, it's nice to live in the city and have all your basic needs within a 10-minute drive from your home, but there's nothing quite like the solitude and beauty of the forest. The colors, trees, moss, air, and wildlife all work together to make a place like this good for the soul. And you can feel it when you step foot out here. Tap water straight from the well and the healthiest air a human can breathe. What more can you ask for?
I did shoot this clearing last time I took pictures out here, but as my girlfriend reminded me today, when I told her that I wasn't so sure if I wanted to go take pictures of, someplace I've already been. I like to spice things up, keep things fresh, go to new places. She said, things are always changing, So just because you've already been to a place, obviously 4 years later, it might look a little different. And such is the case with the property out here. And it's always, good, especially for these kind of sentimental locations, to return and just look at how things are changing and see if you can take any photographs of that particular change. This is gonna sound kind of weird probably, but I like coming out to the property and photographing out here in the winter time when everything is kind of gloomy. And I could come out here in the spring or in the fall and shoot this place when everything's blooming or during fall colors and it'd look beautiful. But the feeling that I have associated with this place as I get older becomes more and more just kind of sentimental. It makes me look back and realize that I had it pretty damn good growing up, and I never really truly realized it or appreciated it until the last few years. And that does actually kind of make me sad. I had a great childhood. I ran around the property doing all sorts of fun things. I mean, it couldn't have been a better childhood. I'm so grateful for that, but it's only now that I'm realizing how good it really was. And so I think, photographing the property kind of when everything is gray and like I said, gloomy, I think it kind of emphasizes that feeling that I have, that everything is kind of coming to a close. That chapter is unfortunately at its end. I think these photographs and the colors and the subjects that I'm choosing to photograph are hopefully a little bit representative of that. The good old V-dub bug. My grandpa bought this thing way back when. It did run at one point. We had this old dune buggy out on the property that my great-grandma would pick my mom up from school in when my mom was in elementary school. So, big piece of family legacy that dune buggy was, and my grandpa bought this V-dub bug to do an engine swap into the dune buggy, try to get it running again, and we never got around to finishing that project. But the bug has sat out here on the property ever since. Okay, that was the last shot of Portrait 400, last shot of this roll. 20 images in total today so far. I think I can get one more roll off before the sun sets in 1 hour and 30 minutes. So yeah, what the hell, we'll load up one more.
Hello, Liza, how do you do? I'm writing you a letter, I hope it
And
reaches.
there it is. My entire childhood, all the way until I went to college, we had old golf carts out on the property. Me and my cousins would drive rampant through this property on those golf carts when we were 9, 10, 11, 12 years old. And eventually, my grandparents thought that one day they might end our lives accidentally. Coming around a corner too hot, you know, we're drifting these golf carts all over the place and they're driving their car. My grandpa took the liberty to create an ecosystem of golf cart trails throughout the property that we could take to avoid the car traffic. And after my mom passed away in 2008, my grandpa made a sign to kind of commemorate my mom and her, you know, experience and impact on the property. So, Terry's Trail.
Surely take your body to a new place for a while.
I just spotted something on this tree that I completely forgot existed. The little sign says Country Cabin. And this goes back before my time. If I remember correctly, that is my mom's and her sister's and cousins' little fort slash tree house kind of thing that they built right in this area back in, it must have been the early 70s, and the sign still stands. Okay, I am at the infamous dune buggy. Entirely possible that I shot this frame before the last time I was out here shooting. I can't remember if I got this exact composition or not. But yeah, I'm gonna shoot it again because the last time I was here, I know for a fact I didn't have the 55mm lens, which I do now. So if I did shoot this composition, it would have been on the 105, 90, or 75mm.
Your body to a new place for a while. But some things stay, no matter where you go.
I just had my aunt's dog go paid actor mode on me. He stood completely still, and I was able to quickly get a photo off of the old Bronco and little Boone standing right next to it. So hoping that one turns out, because that'd be a pretty cute one. And then you got the most beautiful spot on the whole property. Ourselves a bald eagle down the beach. Oh, that is incredibly cool. And the tip of Mount Rainier poking out as well above that very peculiar cloud layer. But look at the way the sun's hitting out. Oh my goodness.
Places where you spend your time. Ain't no place I'd rather go. You're a funny little critter and I love you so. And I wanna take a ride in the wheelbarrow in your mind. Come and sit down with me in a rocking chair. The coffee pot is nice and hot. We can sit in our underwear. Tell me about the dreams you had last week, swimming all around with the fish in the sea. Come and sit down with me in a rocking chair.
All right, well, that wraps up a day of shooting out at the old family property. Felt really, really nice to get back out here, soak it all in. I don't know why I don't come out here more frequently. I'm not that far away, and it's especially nice to come out now that I'm a little bit older, as I've mentioned, so that I can really appreciate just how magnificent it is out here. Ah, it's breathtaking. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Take me all around to thinking places where you spend your time. Ain't no place I'd rather go. You're a funny little
Squarespace is the best in the business when it comes to building a new website. Whether you're a photographer, artist, musician, or starting a new business, Squarespace has all the tools you need to get a professional website up and running. I recently hosted an entire online photography gallery that featured 100 photographers from around the world on my personal website, and that's all thanks to Squarespace. The website building interface is extremely intuitive and absolutely zero coding is necessary. They have a ton of fantastic templates to choose from, and from there you can begin to further customize the look and feel of your site to make it unique to you. On top of that, they have great e-commerce tools that let you keep track of orders, inventory, customers, offer memberships, and more. And with fantastic customer service, you're always in the clear if you ever need help along the way. If you'd like to receive 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain, head over to squarespace.com/Brae or use code Brae at checkout to do so.